Alright, I was curious, so I continued watching a playthrough of some of the people I'm following, just to see how they possibly did some things differently. And I was curious about the moment where Ralsei tells Chris to close their eyes. And I just missed a nice scene where Susie runs into... I'm not going to call him the old man anymore, because I'll get to it in a second. That's Gerson, boom. There's no way. It's some manifestation of him, for sure. I had some idea how Gerson's personality might have been preserved, but I have a few different ideas now. Anyway, I'll get to that. Yeah, Gerson just gives Susie pen and paper to transcribe the music, and tells her something nice like, "Oh, I didn't teach you anything, you did that yourself." So, that was neat. Now to go through my notes, because I have notes again. Right, I got the bitter tear, but I never examined it. I think I might have moved the cursor over it, but didn't read this. Bitter water that fell in droplets from the sky recovers all HP. Yeah. I should probably put that away. I feel like that's always going to be good. Yeah, seems like a good idea. Now for the rest of those notes. I was wondering what made Spamton and Jevil the way they are. I have a good idea, because they mentioned something in that playthrough I was watching, because they were theorizing about everything. I ignored most of their theories because they were kind of ridiculous. I don't think... I guess I can get into that later. Point is, they mentioned the shadow crystals and that they drive people crazy, and I feel stupid for not realizing that when you examine a shadow crystal in the light world, I think you see glimpses of the dark world and vice versa. So that's probably what made Jevil and Spamton go nuts. Spamton was desperate for freedom to, you know, getting big and looking beyond the dark is something he says. Which probably means that he wanted the power to leave the dark world, I'm gonna assume. And by the looks of things, you need a soul to do that. Otherwise, in the light world, you're just an object. Which makes me wonder... Seemingly, Chris needs the soul, but doesn't want to be controlled by it. And now I'm wondering about Chris's motives. I have no idea. I said that Chris might be the antagonist, but seemingly Chris does care about the others, so maybe it's more complicated than that. I'm not sure. Anyway, seemingly Gerson here was given a shadow crystal, and he was already aware that he's in a dark world, or even if he learned that, he didn't care enough to go nuts. He's like, it is what it is. I'm dead anyway, who cares? It's actually better that I exist here in this dark world than continuing to be dead. But now I'm wondering, what is Gerson here? Is he the bench? The memorial bench? It's weird because the dark world is in the church. The graveyard is outside the church. So, I don't think it's the buried hammer nor the bench, unless we leave this dark world later and I notice that one of the two is missing, then I'll know for sure. But maybe there's just a book of Lord of the Hammer in the church. That would make sense. Also, the priest is called Alvin. I don't know why I questioned that. I only now remembered after looking through my footage and watching more of that playthrough again. And I also missed some dialogue if you fail the fight against Gerson, but I guess I was just too good at the game and I got punished for that. You can look at it that way. Yeah, he only says, "Oh, I would have given it to you even if you lost, if you didn't lose at all." So, that's cool. Okay, other than that, I wanted to... I transcribed what Gerson was saying during the boss fight, where he listed off the chapters, 5 chapters of Lord of the Hammer. And I saw some parallels, but now I'll go into detail. And I did read this already, but still. Chapter 1, March of the Dark King. The heroes defeat the king and stop the dragon. He said that Susie is the dragon. He thinks that Susie would be the dragon in Dragon Blazers, right? So, going off of that, yeah, we defeated the king. Stopping the dragon, I guess we caused a change of heart in Susie. Maybe that could be interpreted as stopping the dragon. But yeah, not too much to say about Chapter 1. Chapter 2, City of the Shining. The heroes do battle in chariots to save the queen. Now, first, saving the queen seems weird because Queen is the antagonist of Chapter 2. And for some reason, when I read "do battle in chariots," I was thinking of the mech fight, the Punch-Out boss. But it was probably the bit where we fight Birdley for the first time in Chapter 2. Those would be the chariots, right? And maybe the queen is actually Noelle, because we are saving Noelle. Oh, and since Dragon Blazers is based on Lord of the Hammer, which is based on the Legend of the Deltarune, there might be a lot that's lost in adaptation, right? So, saving the queen, maybe it was classical fantasy stuff. Doing battle in chariots, right? But in the game, it was more a fantastical fight. And yeah, apparently the actual events of Deltarune are similar to Dragon Blazers, so... Chapter 3, Isles of Northern Light. The heroes travel along the islands and catch a glimpse of a lost land. I don't know about the lost land, but... Well, actually, maybe the Lost Land is the old game, but I think traveling across the islands seems to be the games during the rounds of the game show. Oh, is that the whole joke? A game show? We're actually playing computer games? That's funny. Yeah, I don't have much to say about the Chapter 3 thing. Chapter 4. The Trials of the Holy Hammer. A great smith gives the heroes a terrible weapon. Maybe it's a joke that the axe we got for beating the super boss is not special at all, so it's terrible in that it's not good. Not as good as we thought it was, anyway. But maybe it's the archaic meaning of terrible, which is to say, powerful in some way. I forget what exactly it means, but Ivan the Terrible, the historical figure, he's not named that because he's a terrible person. It's because he's powerful and influential, right? And something to do with holy power, I guess. I remember. Yeah, those are the 4 chapters that we're playing so far, but he also mentions Chapter 5, the Field of Pink and Gold. The vast garden is charred in an inferno of jealousy. So that might be foreshadowing for Chapter 5 of Deltarune? Which makes me think... I don't know, there's a garden in front of Noelle's place, but there's also Asgore's place, which could be a dark world. I'm not sure. But the Inferno of Jealousy is also curious. I'm wondering if there's going to be some drama at the fair. Maybe Susie, Noelle. I don't know about Birdley. Birdley's probably just going to be comic relief, but Carol might start some serious conflict there in the light world. family conflict, maybe. Anyway, that's enough speculation. That went on longer than I thought it would. There might be something I'm missing, but I think I should just go through this door finally, because I've been... Oh. I've been, kind of restless thinking about this. Again, it's been a day since the last video. Alright, we're finally almost back to the fountain. Wait a second there. I got something for you. Hey, we're about to go end this dream, so... Good timing. I just about finished my letter. You mind delivering it for me? Deliver it? Like I said, when we wake up, it'll be gone, so... Yep, that's what I mean. This letter, just have a read of it for me. Then, when you wake up, write it all back down, okay? Me? Rewrite all of it? Why don't you just... This old mind's gotta get some help remembering it. Alright, fine. I'll take a look. When I was wondering who the old man could be, I did think of... that there was an old turtle woman who made that comment about Birdly teaching her how to wave dash, or mentioning wave dashing, or something like that. And... she did cross my mind, but I was like, well, no, that's not her. That wouldn't make much sense. She'd be confused. Like, what is this? Where am I? And I don't know if she was at the recital. Probably not. I think only the choir singers were at the recital. So I'm expecting to see Toriel, maybe Shiren, Noelle. Was there a fourth person? Alright, the one-armed... cat guy. I forgot his name. Okay, got it. I might miss a few things. You sure you want me to do it? As long as you got the point, the words don't matter. Okay, sure. See you later, old man. Alright, let's go get that fountain. What the hell is even gonna happen here? The knight which makes with blackened knife. Yeah, it reappeared. Shall duel with heroes, strife by strife. There it is again. I guess I gotta walk past. Oh, right, this was... Yeah, I forgot about that. Was there another climbable area? Maybe... No, I think that was the first one I saw, but I'm still gonna go back here in case there's something. Like a save point, maybe. I think that was the same text for that save point. No point in that, I guess. Oh, I did see them try to play Megalovania on the big organ in that playthrough I was watching, and the annoying dog in that car from that one area in Chapter 2 just ran them over before they could continue playing it and reset the scene. Maybe there's more secrets like that, but I was expecting something like that. We should be able to get to the fountain from here. All we have to do is climb up this... Huh? Oh boy. Hey! Yeah, I don't know if that's an eye, a mouth, or what. It's very eldritch, isn't it? The night. Damn it. You aren't stopping us this time. Susie, wait. Okay, then. Yeah, now this is actually meant to be done. Bad timing. I jumped too far. I'm very focused right now. I don't even have time to charge up. Damn. Susie, don't... What? And just let this loser get away? Huh. So is this the door we came through? This seems to make sense if we fell off the ledge all the way down there. Hey, the hell are you doing, you goddamn coward? Damn it. I let them get away. It's alright, Susie. We did our best. Yeah, but it's not good enough. Every time, they're just one step ahead of us. If we keep letting them get away, then... How are we gonna protect Toriel? Undyne? Anybody? Susie, I understand how you're feeling, but... We have our own advantages, too. The night only seems to show its face in the dark world. We can just seal the fountain over to the right. This reminds me. In that playthrough, they were theorizing... They changed their minds at some point that... What was it? That Carol isn't the knight, and that Des must be the knight. And they're trying to get Des out of the dark world. But I don't think that makes any sense, because at the end of chapter 3, the knight takes Undyne. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seemed like it took Undyne, went to that golden door, like the one here, left the dark world, and then took Undyne to the shelter, where there's another dark world. And yeah, what Ralsei just said only shows their face in the dark worlds. Obviously, that's for the sake of mystery from a directorial standpoint. But what I'm thinking is, like, maybe there's some possibility that the knight can travel between dark worlds without leaving, but now we know that the doors lead out of the dark world, and we just saw the knight actually go through one. Any possibility of, oh, the knight just tossed Undyne through the door at the end of chapter 3, and someone else in the light world dragged her to the shelter. The gist of it, I think the theory that the Des or the knight, whoever the knight is stuck in the dark world doesn't make any sense. Anyway, if we can just seal the fountain over to the right, then it'll at least buy us a little more time until we have to face our difficulties again. Anyway, I think I'm gonna continue ignoring people's more specific theories, because I really do suspect that Toby is trying to sidestep all of them, all of the popular ones that are openly discussed on YouTube and other places anyway. Yeah, you're right. Chris, let's go. I do want to examine the door. A grand door. Seems to be locked solid. I am wondering what Gerson's letter is, by the way. That's ominous. And yeah, I can't go back down. Okay. Okay. Looks like this is the fountain. Yeah, I guess this is it. Phew. Chris, Susie, I suppose I'll see you in the castle town. What do you mean, phew? You said phew because there's something about the prophecy that you don't want us to see and you're glad it didn't show up, right? For the record, I no longer think that Ralsei is malicious, but he's still hiding something. Yeah. Let's have another tea party or something. Sure, Susie. I'm also curious why Ralsei isn't here next to Susie and Chris when the fountain is sealed. Maybe that has something to do with whatever he's hiding as well. Is this fountain smaller? Huh. Anyway. The dark fountain. Why aren't they stopping us from sealing it? Well, guess I'm not complaining. Chris, do your thing. I did notice there was a path downward from here, so... What? What? Wait. All of that was just... Huh? Guess the sun went down, huh? Damn, Chris, look under the door. That weird smoke. No way. You don't think there's another dark world? Is that why the fountain was smaller? It was only... Oh, it was only part of it. Damn it. That means the night is still... It's locked. Ugh, it's a stupid numbers lock again. Too hard to break either. Guess we can try looking for the combination. Come on. Hey, shouldn't the old man be around here? I'm just listening to the music, FYI. We gotta get him out of here. Plus, he probably knows where a code is, right? Susie, that old man... It's a bookshelf full of hymnals and scripture. Huh? Inside one of the books is a letter. It was the letter A. Get the hell out of here. Reading in the dark is bad for your eyes. Can't mess with me like that, Toby. It's a bowl of blessed water with a motion sensor. Stop cats from drinking it. It's not clear what happens if you touch the sensor. What are these candles with people's names for, anyway? It is birthdays, right? I mean, why would I not tell her the truth? Prayer. So it just kind of helps you pray for people? Hey, my name's here. That means someone must have... I think all of these are desirable, but maybe this is in character for Chris? Or maybe it's not. I don't know anything about Chris anymore, honestly. Put your hands together and said his name blankly. Blankly? Okay, yeah, I don't know anything about Chris. At least pretend to try. Hope candles. It's a fire extinguisher. Guess they use that to put out the candles. Yeah, it's locked. I guess we could just break some windows. What? The parts between the stained glass are steel? Huh. Guess I'll trust you on that one. Door's locked. Can I go in the other door as well, or...? Sure can, and maybe I just missed something. Hey, old man, you sleeping in here? Guess not. This is that priest guy's desk. The code to the door could be in here. Huh? Dude, there's a glass case in here. But it's weird, the outside is clean, but... the inside is covered in dust. So did Alvin lie about the hammer being buried? Or did someone dig it up? I'll find out when we get out of the church, I guess. What the... Yep, that's the Darkner Gerson we saw. I guess the dust... I guess the object retained his memories because of the dust. I was thinking that. Huh? Dude, it's just a dusty... Hell no, you don't mean... when monsters die, their dust is buried... Hey, Chris? Why the hell does the pastor have that in his... Huh? There's a hammer inside, and a photo of the old man? Okay, the lightning is a bit much, but... the old man. I don't really get it, but... somehow, the Dark World, for a moment, it must have, like, revived him. Is Des dead? Is that what's going on? Is that the plot? Okay, maybe those guys I was watching weren't entirely wrong, but... whoever the knight is, I'm assuming Carol. Although, maybe Toby put that katana in Carol's house as misdirection, because I'm already assuming that the knight's weapon looking... kind of like a broken bat, but also ambiguously like a knife or some other bladed weapon. I'm already assuming that that's misdirection to make me think that the knight is Des. So I'm thinking it's Carol. But maybe I'm wrong about that as well. But going off this new information that the Dark World can effectively revive monsters like that, so much can happen in the future chapters, like holy hell. But I think he knew. I think he knew he was... Chris, he wanted me to write a letter. A letter to Alvin. I think that's this pastor guy. Give me a sec. Alright. Got it. Let's go, Chris. Alvin, your old man was proud of you. The reason he didn't come to church a lot is because he wanted you to follow your dream. He's sorry he never said that, right? So write your own stories. It's okay, even if they're not perfect. Sincerely, a friend. You need to work on your spelling, Susie, but that's otherwise great. Spelling and grammar, but yeah. Juice and wafer-like crackers. Seems to be some sort of incense container. Yep. That's what those enemies were. It's a plaque bearing the words of a famous writer. Hope comes to those who believe, and for those that cannot, may our hope shine so brightly that they too may keep shelter from the dark. It's a glass container. You looked inside. A small metal hammer and a photo of an old man, both covered in dust. Chris, let's not look at it anymore. It's a glass container. Books, many copies of Lord of the Hammer, and some unlabeled notebooks. It'd take a while to search through all this. Books, many copies of... yeah. It's a large pitcher of water. Cups are stored below it. Uh-huh. So how much was that Dark World? It was obviously this room and this area, I guess. Because the fire extinguisher was there. This whole concept is amazing. Why is there a sparkle at the door? I haven't found a code. Anyway. This is one of those... This is why I'm looking forward to playing Mini and Max in UFO 50. Because shrinking down to a small size is very similar. And when you're small, you can see all manner of creatures and worlds within like a single room. No wonder I love the concept of that game so much. I'm completely unspoiled on it. I just wanted to do most of the rest of UFO 50 before I got distracted by this game. Yeah, it's just the possibilities of that concept are endless. Same thing with the dark worlds here. And I love that. It's a keyboard. Has settings to sound like either a piano or an organ. You know, when you played piano earlier, it was... okay, it was actually kind of cool. I mean that. I'm not saying you should join the choir or whatever, but if you were playing every week, you might actually want to go to church. That kind of reminds me of something. Listen, it might be long, sure. So, one of the places I used to live, there was this plaza, and they put this public piano in it. So I started playing it thinking, you know, might be fun. But I guess, maybe because I was so bad, because I just looked like I shouldn't be playing, they told me I wasn't allowed to play it. So I backed off. And then they let somebody else play. Someone better. I don't know. I don't know why I expected I'd be able to play it. Is what I thought. Then, that night when no one else was around, I came back. You know what I did? I smashed it. Yeah, I smashed the piano. I don't even really know if I broke it, but I hit it as hard as I could, hard enough to do some damage. And I ran. A week ago, if I knew you did piano, I probably would have just hated that about you. But now, I kinda just want to hear you play. Damn, I got weird there for a second. Probably made you want to stop playing even more, huh? I think this is the only thing I can pick right now. If you play too. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, sure. If you teach me or something. Let's do it. Someday. Yeah, I like playing the drums. Can't really screw it up, you know? It's just hitting stuff. It's a set of bells of different sizes. Look, I know you want to mess with these, but... I mean, who's gonna hear us at this point? Yeah, not now. Wardrobe is full of choir robes. There's even one in your size. Damn, why don't we get to wear these? What? I would have to sing or something? Hey, why don't they just let me play the drums? Award for robes. The wardrobe. I get it. Okay, what's going on? Seems to lead to a small closet. Check inside. Well, I've exhausted all other options, haven't I? Jackenstein, oh my god. What the hell is that? Oh, I bet that's just Jack. Whoops. Maybe he's a Halloween decoration? There's other creepy stuff too. He's big. Guess we might not be able to take him back tonight. Jack is in there. Guess we can get him tomorrow or something. So, what's going on here? Susie looks like she has an idea. Sure. Chris, we haven't gotten any closer to opening this door, but I have an idea. I think you might know. The old man, he could know how to open it. Chris, you're thinking what I'm thinking, right? Let's make a dark world. So, how the hell do you do that again? Queen said, concentrate and stab into the earth. Well, Susie, there's an expert standing next to you, or at least experienced. Got anything sharp? Hey, Chris, you normally carry this around? Alright, well, let's give it a try. Concentrate on what I want, and... I'm thinking about where the hell Rousey went, by the way. Because that doesn't make any sense. Still doesn't make any sense how he travels between Dark Worlds. If he shows up here... He will show up here, right? Oh, it's bigger this time. I actually did it. Hey, Chris, I made a dark fountain. Pretty cool, right? Maybe I'll let you do it next time. When most of the cast is oblivious to something that the audience knows, it's always, like... it creates a bit of a disconnect, but it's cool. Especially here, it works. Let's go. Pretty sick, right? You should try making one sometime, it's cool. Yeah, I should. Hey, is it me or does something seem off? I guess it's like Rousey said. Every Dark World is different. Let's go. The lighting has changed. Second Sanctuary. Okay. Sorry if my rambling went on for too long at the start, by the way. I noticed it was at least 10 minutes. I just felt like I had a lot to say. And I think this is a good stopping point, so... thank you for watching.